So today we're going to start talking about sound, music, and noise. So what makes sound music or noise? So the word sound is just used to describe two different things: an auditory sensation in the ear and the disturbance in a medium that can cause this sensation. Now with this definition in hand, we are able to differentiate between music and noise. Let us ask ourselves the following simple questions. Do you like music? What kind of music do you generally listen to? And what kind of music are you listening to these days? But maybe the most important question of them all is that would your parents consider your choice of music as well? Would they be listening to the same kind of music that you're listening to? Obviously, it is not easy to objectively define the difference between a noise and music. So, in order to avoid discussion of sillier examples of music, let us define some basic criteria. This is required for something that we claim to be music. I claim that we at least need these basic rules to be fulfilled if we are going to talk about music. There has to be some rhythm in the sound that we claim as music, and there has to be a presence of tones that combine with other tones in preferably an orderly and harmonic manner. Noise, on the other hand, will be, by definition, generally inharmonic and unpleasant to listen to. It is often going to be associated with loud, chaotic sounds that do not blend well with each other. So, the distinction now between noise and music is very subtle. So if all the sounds that consist of rhythmic tones are called music, then a jackhammer tearing up the road could be said to produce music. Should we then call a jackhammer a musical instrument? Most people will agree that the sound produced by a jackhammer is not music. Similarly, if our definition of noise consists of loud, unpleasant sounds, then sounds produced by cymbals, for example in a marching band, is noise. However, most people would agree that that is also incorrect. So the moral of the story is, we need to be careful when we are talking about defining pleasing sounds. Music that is pleasing to one person may not be pleasing to others. So music defined, or maybe redefined. So here's an attempt on how we can define music. Music is a simple, rhythmic beating that makes the listener feel good. It is a source of stress relief and can be used as a form of cultural expression. So now, people may agree to disagree with what I've said here, but it basically encompasses a lot of ideas that music has. So talking about some history of the science of sound, since the very beginning, mathematicians and scientists have been very interested in the science of production and transmission of sound. The science of sound is called acoustics. The word acoustics is defined by Merriam-Webster's dictionary as the science that deals with the production, control, transmission, reception, and effects of sound. Acoustic encompasses a lot of different sciences when it boils down to. It deals with architectural spaces, it deals with physics, it deals with psychology, it deals with ultrasound, ultrasonic communication, neuroscience, and all of the fields that we not have mentioned here. So another way of looking at the science of acoustics is called a Lindsay's wheel of acoustics. This wheel subdivides the field of acoustics starting from the four broader fields on the outside, which are earth sciences, engineering, arts, and life sciences, to going back inwards to oceanography, physics of earth and atmosphere, medicine, psychology, and even more in inner circles that deal with other things. And at the middle of it, it deals with fundamental physical acoustics, which basically is physics, electronics, and so on, and mechanical radiation and material and media. And phonons, which are the particles that we say carry sound waves. So the basic branches of acoustics are musical acoustics, environmental acoustics, architectural acoustics, and engineering acoustics. Musical acoustics deal with the design and use of musical instruments, including the study of human anatomy, physiology for the purpose of sound production, and additionally of how listeners listen to musical sound. Environmental acoustics, on the other hand, deals primarily with noise control and focuses on controlling noise produced by factories, machineries, traffic, people, etc. Architectural acoustics mainly deals with acoustics of room design, theater design, arena design, and so on. It also talks about sound production and reflection in different venues. Engineering acoustics deals with development of sound production, recording, and effective reproduction equipment for sound.